Welcome to my channel, The City of English.
Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to the City of English, the podcast where we turn everyday English into everyday confidence. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jason. And today, my friends, we are talking about something every single one of us does, whether we like it or not.
Uh-oh, that sounds mysterious. What is it, Jason?
Our daily routine. Waking up, brushing your teeth, complaining about Mondays.
Oh no, are we exposing ourselves today?
A little bit, yes, but more importantly, we're going to teach you how to talk about your daily routine in natural, confident English. By the end of this episode, you'll be able to describe your entire day, morning, afternoon, and night, like a true English speaker.
I love this topic because it's so practical. This is the kind of English you'll actually use with a friend, in a job interview, or just chatting with someone new.
Exactly. So grab your coffee, your tea, or honestly, whatever wakes you up in the morning.
Mine's coffee. Always coffee.
Mine's my alarm clock going off 5 times before I actually get up.
Relatable. Okay, let's get into it. So today, we want to tell you a story, not about us, well, a little about us, but mainly about a man named Lucas.
Lucas is 28 years old. He works as a graphic designer, and honestly, for years, his daily routine was a complete mess.
Tell them, Jason, don't be shy.
Okay. Lucas used to wake up at the very last minute, like 9 minutes before he had to be at his desk. He'd jump out of bed, throw on some clothes, skip breakfast completely, and rush out the door with his shirt half buttoned.
That's chaos.
Total chaos. And because his mornings were so rushed, his whole day felt rushed too. He'd arrive at work stressed, forget things, and by the evening, he was exhausted. Not from working hard, but from starting the day badly.
This is something so many of us can relate to, right? A messy morning really can ruin your whole mood.
Exactly. So one day, Lucas decided enough was enough. He wanted to build a new daily routine, one that made him feel calm, in control, and ready for anything.
And that's exactly what we're going to walk through together today. How Lucas transformed his routine step by step, and how you can describe your own routine in clear, natural English.
Let's start with the morning.
So Lucas decided the first thing he needed to change was his wake-up time. Instead of waking up at the last minute, he set his alarm for 6:30 in the morning.
And here's a great phrase for you. I wake up at 6:30. Notice we say wake up, not wake alone.
Right. And once you're awake, the next step is getting out of bed. In English, we say, I get up.
So there's a small but important difference. Wake up means your eyes open and your brain starts working. Get up means your body actually leaves the bed.
Which, let's be honest, can sometimes take 20 extra minutes.
Speak for yourself. Okay, so Lucas wakes up and instead of rushing, he does something simple. He stretches for 2 minutes.
I love that. Such a small habit, but it really helps your body feel awake.
After that, he goes to the bathroom to brush his teeth, wash his face, and take a shower.
Let's slow down on these phrases because they're super useful. Brush your teeth. Everyone needs this one.
Wash your face. Simple, clean, clear.
And take a shower. In American English, we say take a shower. In British English, sometimes people say have a shower.
Great point. Both are correct, just different styles.
After his shower, Lucas gets dressed. He picks his clothes for the day.
And here's something I love about his new routine. He started eating breakfast every single day. Before, he skipped it completely.
What does he usually eat?
Simple things. Some eggs, toast, and a cup of coffee. Nothing fancy, but it gives him energy.
So here's a natural sentence you can use. Every morning, I wake up, take a shower, get dressed, and eat breakfast before I leave the house.
Beautiful sentence. Notice how we connect all these actions with commas and. That's how native speakers naturally describe a sequence of actions.
Let's practice that structure together. I'll do mine, and Jason, you do yours.
Sure.
Okay, I wake up at 7, brush my teeth, drink some water, and then go for a short walk before work.
Nice. Mine is I wake up at 6:30, stretch for a few minutes, take a shower, and then make myself a strong cup of coffee.
See, listeners? This is exactly the kind of English you can use to talk about your own morning. Try building your own sentence like this. Pause the podcast for a second and say it out loud.
Speaking out loud really helps you remember it. Don't just think it, say it.
Now, since we're talking about daily routines, we obviously need to talk about time expressions too.
Absolutely essential. Let's go through the basic ones. We use at with a specific time. For example, I wake up at 7 o'clock.
We use in with parts of the day, like I go to work in the morning.
But careful, we don't say in the night, we say at night.
Good catch. So in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but at night.
Let's also talk about before and after. I eat breakfast before I leave the house, or I check my phone after I wake up.
And don't forget first, then, after that, and finally. These words help you organize your whole story in order.
Let's build a mini example using Lucas's routine. Anna, want to try?
Sure. First, Lucas wakes up at 6:30. Then he stretches and takes a shower. After that, he gets dressed and eats breakfast. Finally, he leaves the house at 8.
Perfect. That's a clean, clear way to explain a sequence of events, whether it's your morning, your workday, or even a recipe.
Great tip. This structure works for almost anything you want to explain step by step.
So now Lucas is out the door, feeling calm instead of stressed. Let's talk about his workday.
He commutes to work, meaning he travels from home to his workplace. He takes the bus for about 20 minutes.
Useful phrase. How do you get to work? And the answer could be, I take the bus, I drive, I walk, or I take the train.
Let's hear from both of us. Well, from us. Jason, how do you get to work?
I usually walk, actually. It's only about 15 minutes, and it helps me clear my mind before starting work.
I take the bus. It gives me time to listen to podcasts, including this one, obviously.
Shameless plug, but we love it.
So once Lucas arrives at work, he starts work at 9 a.m. He checks his emails, joins a quick meeting, and begins his design projects.
Around noon, he takes a lunch break. This is such an important habit. Many people skip lunch or eat at their desk, but Lucas learned that taking a real break helps him focus better in the afternoon.
That's so true. A short break can completely change your energy for the rest of the day.
After lunch, he continues working until around 5:30. Then he finishes work and heads home.
Let's practice a sentence pattern here. I start work at 9, take a break at noon, and finish work at 5.
Try saying that with your own schedule. Pause again if you need to.
Now, here's where Lucas's transformation really shines. His evenings.
Before, he used to come home, eat something quick, and scroll on his phone until midnight, feeling more and more tired, but somehow not sleepy.
Oh, we all know that feeling.
But now, Lucas has a simple evening routine. When he gets home, he cooks dinner. Nothing complicated, just something healthy.
After dinner, he likes to relax for a bit. Sometimes he reads a book, sometimes he calls his family, and sometimes he just sits quietly with a cup of tea.
He also started a small habit of going for a walk in the evening, just 15 minutes around his neighborhood.
And here's the big one. He set a bedtime. He goes to bed at 10:30 every night instead of staying up until 1 a.m. scrolling on his phone.
This one habit alone changed his mornings completely. Better sleep means better mornings. It's all connected.
Let's build another sentence together. Jason?
In the evening, I cook dinner, relax for a while, and go to bed around 11.
Perfect. And mine, after work, I usually go for a short walk, read a few pages of a book, and then go to sleep by 10:30.
See how natural that sounds? You're not just listing words, you're telling a small story about your life.
All right, it's time for our favorite part of the show, the vocabulary spotlight.
Let's go through today's key words and phrases one more time, nice and clear.
Number 1, wake up, to stop sleeping. I wake up at 7 every morning.
Number 2, get up, to leave your bed. I get up right after my alarm rings.
Number 3, get dressed, to put on clothes. I get dressed after my shower.
Number 4, commute, To travel to and from work. I commute by bus every day.
Number 5, take a break. To rest for a short time. I take a break at noon.
Number 6, relax. To rest and feel calm. I relax by reading a book.
Number 7, bedtime. The time you go to sleep. My bedtime is 10:30.
And number 8, a full phrase for you. My daily routine includes a great way to start describing your day. My daily routine includes exercise, work, and reading before bed.
Wonderful. Try using at least 3 of these words today in a conversation, in your journal, or even just talking to yourself in English.
Talking to yourself in English is totally normal, by the way. We do it all the time.
Guilty as charged.
Now, let's move to our grammar tip of the day.
Today's tip is all about the present simple tense because that's what we use to talk about routines and habits.
Right. We use present simple for things that happen regularly, every day, every week, and so on.
The structure is simple, subject plus base verb. But remember, with he, she, or it, we add an S to the verb.
For example, I wake up at 7, but Lucas wakes up at 6:30.
I go to work by bus, but she goes to work by train.
See the pattern? I, you, we, they, no extra S. He, she, it, add an S.
We also use time expressions like every day, usually, often, always, and sometimes with the present simple.
For example, I always eat breakfast. I sometimes skip lunch. I usually go to bed at 10:30.
Great tip for today, listeners. Try writing 3 sentences about your own routine using the present simple tense. Post them in the comments if you'd like. We love reading them.
And now it's time for our listener challenge.
Here's your task for this episode. Write down your full daily routine in English, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep.
Try to use at least 5 vocabulary words from today's episode, and don't forget your present simple verbs.
If you feel brave, say it out loud, record yourself, and listen back. You'll be surprised how much you improve just by speaking regularly.
And if you want, share your routine with us in the comments below this episode. We read every single one, and sometimes we even feature them in future episodes.
We really do. Some of our best episode ideas come directly from you, our listeners.
So here's a bigger idea before we wrap up. Lucas's story teaches us something beyond English. It teaches us that small habits create big changes.
So true. He didn't change his whole life in one day. He just changed his morning, a little bit at a time, and slowly his whole day and even his whole mindset changed with it.
And that's true for learning English too, isn't it? You don't need to master everything in one day. Just build a small daily habit. 5 minutes of listening, 3 new words, 1 sentence spoken out loud.
Exactly. Small steps repeated daily lead to real fluency.
So beautifully said, Anna.
Thank you, Jason. And thank you all of you for spending this time with us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the City of English, leave us a review, and share this episode with a friend who's also learning English.
And remember, every single day is a new chance to practice, to improve, and to grow. Your daily routine can be your daily English lesson too.
Until next time, keep learning, keep smiling, and we'll see you in the next episode of the City of English.